So when we create these calls, people also get a phone in
Yeah.
service, or is that a service we have to provide? I was wondering about that.
Mm, that I
Is
don't
there
know. Yeah.
is there a phone, like can someone phone in on this, or do they have to come in on the
Oh,
computer?
oh, you mean this platform we're using?
Yeah, yeah, for
I
the like
think
this
there's
call
something. It says there's a some kind of a, but
call
yeah, yeah, when you invite more people, I think there's
right.
something else, but I didn't explore. I'm just
Well, if you send out an invitation to this meeting room,
yeah,
what does it look like? Let's say we do an invite,
yeah,
and what does it give you automatically? Because it probably automatically creates an invite, right? And I
yeah,
wonder what it looks like.
yeah. Well,
Because I
it's
just
just a URL, right? Just a
yeah, but let's see what it generates, because it's going to generate a message, I think, when you do an invite by email. Let's say, send me an email invitation, and
email invitation.
yeah, to my Gmail, just to see what it looks like.
I don't know. What I oh here manage quality, full screen, start live
Oh, it's the
recording,
little person
share.
with the plus, the
Oh,
person with the
oh,
invite.
this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Invite people. Yeah, here.
What happens when you do that?
Well, basically, it share the meeting link. The meeting link is 2.parapod.net/to meet, right?
Right?
And then share
Does
meeting
it look
invitation.
like a
Oh,
lap?
then click here.
Huh?
It you can copy this link or you can email this link. You want me to try email link? Email
Yeah,
this? Yeah.
yeah. Try emailing it to me, and we'll
Okay.
we'll see what it looks like. This is
Yeah,
like you said,
it's very
it's a test
simple. It's just we can
test one.
customize, but let me
Okay,
send it to you.
okay.
Yeah, and you just three lines actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically
Send it to
very
my.
short, right? It's just the basic thing. Oops. Solar roof.
Okay,
Oops.
we have the chief's email. It just came in, and Barbara.
Oh, okay.
Barbara,
Good.
she just got home from work, and she says Chief Man is primed for the call. He and I have done Zoom. I can conference call for 5 people if we need. So Barb can also conference
Okay.
do the conference call. But let's see if we can send them an email
Oh,
link to.
just that link. You don't need to send email, but we
Just
can.
that,
But there's no other code. No code.
yeah,
Just
but
that
I
address.
that's amazing. Like I didn't,
Yeah.
I already have Jitsi downloaded. Do
Yeah.
you think it needs a download as well for people to join, or is it just you just go in your browser?
Just browser. Nothing. They don't need to
What?
download anything.
That's amazing.
They don't need to create account. Just enter the name. That's it.
It's crazy simple,
Yeah,
isn't
they're
it?
crazy simple. It's just so simple.
I'm like, this is so powerful. This is better than, it's better than Skype. It's better than Zoom. This
Yeah,
is just
I mean, no
so
passcode.
powerful.
You don't
We're
need
not
passcode.
paying.
Yeah,
We're paying nothing for it.
yeah.
I mean, except for our, our cell,
Server,
yeah,
just
our
server
service,
cost. Yeah, yeah, nothing else.
internet service.
Then what's this is Google email. Then this is Outlook email. This is Yahoo. Yeah, that's it. You know, and then embed. You can embed this meeting. You know,
Okay.
basically embed this meeting. Oh, okay, just a free iframe thing. Allow camera, microphone, full screen, display capture. That's it. I can embed this. Oh, okay, that's yeah. Wow, very simple. Yeah. So just invite someone. Then we can
Yeah.
have the
All right.
first test. Just we want to test how many people we can host,
Right.
right?
Right.
Just with this tiny mini
Yeah.
plan, right? just $5 a month. If we, that's
Yeah.
if someone can afford like $5 a month,
It's
100 people,
because
that's a lot of money
yeah, I
already.
mean, look, we're lean, right? We don't
Yeah.
want to manipulate people's data.
Yeah.
We want to provide a service. So if
Yeah.
we keep it lean, we can make it so low cost that we'll have lots of people coming in.
Yes. Yeah.
And the reason why they make it costly is because they're after people's data.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they want their own servers crunching the data all the time.
Yeah. And
But we don't want to do that.
yeah,
So
no, we don't care.
yeah,
We
therefore
don't care.
we can run with almost no cost.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
We
Anyway.
can beat everybody. We can beat everybody. AT&T, I don't care who they are.
Yes. Yeah. I
Bec-
mean,
We have no overhead. It's
No.
just you and me.
that's right.
We can
Yeah.
We
Just
beat
you
the
and me.
big guy.
Yeah. We two just make turn the whole world upside down, spin it. So Truman Show. That's why I said it's a Truman Show. It's the right kind of Truman Show. The two Truman.
do to change the world.
Yes.
When we come together in Jesus' name,
Yes, that's
we
right.
change the
Yeah.
world too.
Yeah.
Two only.
He's doing through us, in us, right? With us, Just wonderful.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
I'll just send this out
Yeah.
to everyone.
Yeah. See, very simple. To meet. Number 2, meet. To meet. come. You see, basically that means come to PyraPOD net to meet. It's a word. It's a
meet.
sentence. Yeah.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
To where?
So,
To PyraPOD
I'm
net.
going to-
To meet. To do what?
someone
to
else.
meet.
Someone's coming.
Fellow
To see
Podder.
each other.
See, I changed it to fellow Podder.
Working.
Is that?
Wow.
Wow. Who is this?
That's probably Barb.
Oh, Barb. Hello, Barb.
Hello,
Hi,
Barb. Hey.
You.
Annie.
Ah, there. The light. Yes. Now we see your face.
I'm sorry. Had to
Yeah.
step away.
Mhm.
So it's lovely to meet you all. Richard, I've heard a lot about you over the years. Aubrey, I just learned about you, but it's really great to meet you around all this.
Yes.
I've told Ari that I deserve like some sort of like findings fee because I talk about these pods with
Mhm.
everybody.
Yes.
That's arranged.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yes, because we
Yeah.
are an enterprise community.
Yeah.
We are an enterprise
Mhm.
community.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, Barb, I
I'm
just
not
I
You
just
very well, Richard.
I
Mhm.
just built up this platform. We're testing this platform. I thought it won't work.
Okay.
It worked. I work whole night
Uh-huh.
without sleep. So ignore this.
Oh, no.
Ignore this. Okay? Yeah. It's ignore the
So
outside
Sorry, if you close your eyes and start
ugliness.
snoring, you don't take it personally.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
We lost
Did we
her.
lose him?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
It-
I don't know. Fellow Potter, join meeting your microphone. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming back.
Good.
Something happened. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, another one coming. Wow.
Oh, there's.
Hello.
Ari.
Hi.
Hello, folks.
Who is this man?
Who is the green man?
the green man is a green pot.
Good to see you all.
Yes. Yeah.
Aubrey, this gentleman is Green Fire.
Green
Well,
fire. Oh, yes. Yes. Green fire.
Let's say green fire is to be encouraged. I don't claim to be it.
Wow. Oh, wonderful. Now we have the 4 what would you call it? Four corners, right, of the pyramid.
That's true. True. And so we might have Chief Man coming in as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I think he just got in from killing lots of acreage today. So he had asked if we could be a little bit later.
Okay.
But I think he's going to try to be here. But we might want to just start talking.
Sure.
Intentionally
Sure.
here, though.
Let's all introduce ourselves because
Yeah.
actually, well, I've met almost all. I haven't met Barb before, but I guess you all know who I am, so I won't say much. I'm an inventor, you know that, and so we'll get into what we're doing anyway.
Yes.
That's the purpose of the call in many ways. How about you guys introduce yourselves to each other?
I'm the last.
You're last.
Yes, I'm youngest. Youngest.
I don't know. You're making an assumption there. So my name's and Richard. Just to let you know, I'm having a little bit of a problem hearing you. I don't know if you can turn up your volume.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get my headset. Okay. Well, just hold on a second. I'll run
Okey
for
doke.
it. I'll come back. In
Yeah.
just a second.
Maybe we can, just to when someone's talking, I can mute my microphone. That's better. That's better.
I heard you just fine. It was Richard that I was having a problem with,
Okay.
or just that I wasn't hearing very well. So
Okay.
I heard you fine, Aubrey.
Okay.
And Aubrey, where are you? Where are you physically located at the moment?
Kelowna, BC. They call it the backyard garden of Vancouver.
Oh, well, sounds nice.
Yeah. This is we have mountains all around us, and we have the Okanagan Lake. A deep lake never freeze. This is the true, real example of solar roof, because we have huge thermal mass, right, in the lake. So much that for the entire winter it never freeze. Because it take the energy, right, from the summer, take the energy, during the day, and then to be released. I mean, thermal energy, right? Yeah. So, anyway. Hello, this man. You look like Max. I'm AX. Marx. I'm ARX. Yeah. Marx. Okay. So you introduce yourself, Barb.
Ari?
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. Well, glad this came together relatively easily and quickly with a little dance at the end. And thank you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the southeast corner of Ohio, called the Ohio River Basin bioregion.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend the fierce and tender green fire in our area.
Yeah.
And retired some time ago, not directly from the military, but Polaris missile sub duty in the 60s, and in decades of design engineering and research, regeneration design engineering, regenerative community. That's a short story.
Can I ask you a quick question? Have you finished your project?
Which project? Got
The
a lot of projects.
project I see in the video. I uploaded several videos, of your farm, to the Chinese, the QQ video platform, because people want to see bubbles, right? Yeah. Because right now I'm just trying to promote this, to my own Chinese community, So.
Yes, if you're referring to that rapid prototype in 2012, we got as far as we could and then saw directions changing. with
Okay.
the fundamentals of design. So
Okay.
that put that one on hold while a vast array of new successors to that took
Okay.
place.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since then, Ari's he's changed location as well. So I
Oh.
think what we would look at doing is probably building a new project based
Okay.
on the PyraPOD.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're
you plan
looking at
to
the
immigrate to
possibilities.
Canada? Sorry.
We're in dialogue with the my land partner,
Okay.
Greenfire, for 25 years. They lost their place to bugs and water and needed the place for their needs, and so we're working together to see what the next phase looks like, sharing that land.
Okay.
And also, I'm in a place 10 miles away in a transition period,
Mm-hmm.
and we have interest that is built up over time to a level we might be able to move right here in Nelsonville, Ohio, 9 miles
Nelson.
from the last place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a lot of creative energy in the air.
Good. Good. Barb, your turn, I guess.
Okay. I just got a text from Chief Mann, and he's going to be joining us in a few minutes, so he will be on the call just to
Okay.
make sure. So let's see what to say. I never quite know exactly what to do here. So Barb Adams, I know Ari from being a member of the Quaker Earth Care Witness organization, which is the organization of Quakers in North America that really focuses on earth care, but also climate issues. But I think going back before that, my background, my college education was as a biologist,
Mm.
a musicologist, looking at way back then on soil science and the need for rejuvenative soil to create an opportunity for best growth of plants and produce. But then it shifted to human physiology. So I've had a long career as a body worker, massage therapist, and energetic body worker, which I think has manifested a lot of who I am in terms of looking at healing on an individual level from a lot of different perspectives that I've brought to that. And from years ago, which has continued throughout most of my life, is working on social justice issues. And early on with cultural survival and looking at indigenous people and realizing back then the loss of land and in so many ways the ability to live lives that are authentic for those indigenous tribes around the world because of the influence of mostly multinational corporations and the influence from the West and the Northern Hemisphere. So I combine all these in lots of different ways and work locally on a lot of projects, especially in communities that are disproportionately affected by fossil fuel and toxic industries. When I say work, this is volunteer work, but it is my life work. Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Hello. And there's hello. We're just doing introductions, Mikey.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway,
Hello.
So
Yeah.
I met
Almost set up.
Yeah.
We're just running a little late. We're waiting. Actually trying to get my Bluetooth to work right now. Only because the little peepers are really loud. I don't know if you can hear them, but
yeah, I hear them a little bit. Yeah.
So we're fighting for the ability to hear. It says it's paired. Let me see.
Another man. Hello. Who is this?
Who are you?
Hello.
Wow.
So
Nice to see
I
everyone.
met Chief Mann and Mikey Mann through a good friend Lee McCaslin, who from probably around 6 years ago, and who's I think a person that has been embraced by the Klan, and who has brought me into a number of different situations so that I can be as useful as I can for other folks fighting toxic and fossil fuel infrastructures. So that's how I came to meet Chief Mann and Mikey and become familiar with the issues of the Klan, but also with a newly, recently discovered desire to film and create documentaries to try to create visual representations of most of these issues, with the idea of them being more moving with people and having greater access to people. So I've been able to be with Chief Mann and people in the Turtle Clan in the last couple of months, and I'm happy to make this connection for them.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So whose turn now? Maybe this couple, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
please introduce yourselves, Chief.
Yes.
Okay, introduce yourself on what?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
Welcome.
I am the Turtle Clan chief of the Ramapo Lenape Nation. We are a state of New Jersey. I have I've taken over over the last 12 years for the Turtle Clan through democratic process, and our core area of the Turtle Clan in Ringwood, New Jersey, had been affected by the Ford Motor Corporation dumping that occurred beginning in 1964 through 1974. The state of New Jersey actually signed a permit for them 1970 for a year, and the town of Ringwood, New Jersey, the mayor, the council sent letters to Henry Ford, the grandson, requesting that all the industrial waste be brought to our community and disposed on open ground and in mine pits and mine shafts and air shafts. And so through that time, there was a lawsuit that didn't really work out too well, and people are still sick and dying. Homes have no value. There are some people that are growing, food in the soil. There are people who are growing some food in raised beds. Neither of which is acceptable at any level. And so a year ago, Michaeline and I created Unsee Three Sisters Medicinal Farm. The reason why it has that name, medicinal, because we believe that it's medicine, especially if it's grown right and grown in our cultural way, as well as being able to grow actual medicinal plants that we could then utilize and help our community in a much better, broader way. That's not to say that there's not a place for modern medicine, but we weren't designed to produce things. Just like we weren't designed to eat burgers, right? And so it's led us up to where we are today. We're working with a few mutual aid groups who've done some outstanding fundraising and to get us some resources and things. Michaeline and I started this project while we were actually trying to buy our house, and then had to fix it up and all these things. So, out of the gate, our resources are really we're not. But we are hardworking, resourceful, resilient Native Americans who have a huge heart and everything that we do, all of our relationships, it always comes from that space. Um, and so, today Mike Lean was out there tilling the fields with a tractor that we had to rent, and I actually went back to where I picked up the tractor and picked up 100 bales of hay in preparation for putting garlic in the ground. We were successful in raising $5,000 through Facebook. I think we did it actually in like 2 weeks. And it was really amazing because we really have never done anything like that ourselves. As indigenous people, we always tend to downplay, our resourcefulness as far as a global reach, right, or a larger community. And so we're successful in that. We bought 350 pounds of garlic, which we have had volunteers come and separated it all into pieces. And beginning this weekend, we have volunteers who are going to come to help begin the process of planting. And that hay, right, is to put it over the top of it. And then that will break down, obviously, to create better soil for us. And springtime comes, and continually better. We were, so I'll stop talking right now because I can just keep talking.
I think it was supposed to be an intro.
That was an introduction.
That was a good introduction.
I couldn't hear.
See, that's why I let him do all the talking anyway. I just fill in where, that's needed. So my name is Michael, Mikey. I'm a nurse. And I basically am his sidekick and his support and all that stuff.
A Ramapo and kicking off the tractor today.
Wow, the sound
Nice.
quality is
Right.
better now.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good connection.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. We're really happy, to have our community, is growing, and to have people who are farmers and producing. And so, of course, Ari, he didn't mention that he's a permaculture guy from way back when, probably one of the original. Teachers, and I don't know how many, maybe hundreds of people he's taught over these years, but and of course there are people in his community around, excellent organic growers, and so we have resources for the growing.
Yes.
Aubrey's doing the aquaponics.
Yeah, sandponics. Sandponics.
Sandponics.
More thermal
So
mass.
you've got your hands on, the
Yes.
good stuff here, and I hope to have one of our pods in my backyard soon, because I'm like the shoemaker without any shoes, I need it. Yeah. So, but I've been building these systems all around the world,
Yes.
for like
Helping
40
others
years,
to build, Yes.
Yeah, I started, I am an inventor, I have 6 issued patents, and
Yeah.
but that was a long time ago, when I was filing for the patents was around 1980.
Yeah.
So through the 80s, I was doing a lot of R&D because I had these broad, new ways of creating buildings, constructing buildings.
Yeah.
So I received a lot of private money and government money, funding from the Canadian National Research Council. And so through the 80s, I had about 10 million, and I had about 12 employees. This is a small private R&D company in Montreal, and then I had some other investment from Toronto, and this was about like food factories. It was work that was done by General Electric. You know, General Electric did food factory research with lamps, you know, artificial lamps. And they did that work in the early 80s, even in the 70s, they were doing that. And so when I got more involved in this, I was also attached to the NASA programs out of San Jose for, you know, closed ecological life support for astronauts, right? So, you know, to grow, like to regenerate all the food and the water and everything that they need for life support. And, you know, you have to do that in a closed system when you're like, you know, when you don't have the supply. So that means you have to be regenerative. All my life I've focused on these kind of regenerative system design. So I like to think of it as 21st century, but it's also very natural.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Well, around 2000, I went over to Europe. You know, I had some time in England, and then I went to Norway. I have quite a bit of, you know, commercialization happening in Norway now. But then I came back to Canada, United States, starting around 2012 and 2015 or so. I was really focused actually in USA. Of course, that's when I started to work with RE, and then later on I was just you know, back here to Montreal. So that's where I'm based, you know, in Montreal. And so now we have several teams in the USA and also over in Europe. And we're all focused on small solution. So backyard, schoolyard, and farmyard. Those are the three models. You could think of it like on the farm scale. You can think of it like a barn. You know, you see a farm and you'll see a big barn. You know, it's like that. You know. So what we have is the pod. You know, AgriPod. It's 3 or 4 floor levels high. So it's a, you know, it's a substantial building, but it grows a lot of food on a small footprint. The entire structure is transparent, so we get all the daylight in because you know, we have to work with the sun. It's all driven by sunlight. You know, these ideas that we can use lamps are literally a dead end. That's a big mistake. We need to use sunlight to grow our food. No doubt about it. Yeah. So our whole structure is transparent. At the bottom, you know, level, on the ground level, or possibly in the ground a little bit, we have a fish farm. So I have, you know, fish are very important in a total regenerative scheme. And you can also have chickens. You can have other animals. You have eggs, you know, like hens for eggs are very efficient converters. Of course, a lot of people are interested in vegetarian. And, you know, if you want to be vegetarian, it works. It still works. But you should still have animals in the system, actually. You don't have to eat them, but you know, we can still have a relationship with animals. And you know, like you have the sheep for wool, and you have you know, different kinds of animals for different, you know, resource that we can have, and this is all good. And they also produce waste, right? And we take the waste and we convert it into fuel.
Amazing.
So you know, you have the animals, you have the plants, and then you also need the mushrooms, like fungi, and the bacteria, which are going to recycle, you know, the nutrients, and then the bacteria also produce the biogas, which is natural clean fuel. You know, we'll call it natural gas, right? It's a methane. So it burns completely clean. All it produces is water vapor and carbon dioxide. But, you know, that carbon dioxide is no burden on on the ecosystem, because it's it's a net zero, because it's they take plants take the carbon dioxide from the air,
Yeah.
and then when we use the energy of methane, it just it puts that back into the air again. So it's net it's net zero. It's not the same as combusting fossil energy,
That's right.
right? Which is always adding more and more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So what we can do is have a photosynthetic system with the sunlight, with the plant biomass, and the food that we eat, and all the waste we produce, human waste, animal waste. All of that can go in the biodigester and comes back to us as clean energy. And you can get more energy from this than you can get from solar cells.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, yes. The conversion is higher.
Yeah.
And
Much higher.
I don't know if I mentioned algae, but algae is the fifth kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So algae is very important. And we also can grow the algae in the agripod.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's between growing the plants and the algae, we can convert about 40% of the sunlight into energy.
Yeah.
Some of that is food, of course, that we eat. That's energy, right?
Yeah.
So we are running on biofuel, right?
That's right.
Food. Food is our energy source, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yes. Richard, for some reason, when we hear you, when you speak loud, and then there's some kind of positive feedback.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it better now, or?
That better now? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't speak too loud. It's better.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
maybe closer to the microphone. Yeah.
This is the mic. Yeah, I think sometimes this mic. I'm not happy with this headset.
Yeah.
So I gotta get
Yeah,
another
you
one.
gotta get something like this. It's very tiny. It just hangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the microphone's here, so there's no, positive feedback. So.
Yeah, this even this cord makes strange noises.
Mm-hmm.
You hear something?
Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah.
We heard it.
That's just the cord. It's weird, eh? So I
Yeah.
need a new system here for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. We're gonna have everything new.
Yeah, we will.
That's for sure.
We'll get it all sorted out.
Yeah, well, everything new. So,
Well,
time for me?
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes, Albert.
Well, I'm the youngest. So I was born in China, and I became a Communist Party member. So I'm the diehard atheist. Okay, but the Lord brought me outside to Canada and to study electrochemistry in Calgary, University of Calgary, and then by the year that was 1994. That's a important year. April the 2nd, April 1st is the April Fool's Day, right? So right after April Fool's Day, I become slightly wiser because the Lord turned me around, turned me from a diehard Communist Party into, his follower. It's a long story. It's a painful experience. But I'm glad I went through, and so I got very excited. Suddenly the whole world is open to me. So I decided to quit electrochemistry study. Quit as the doing science. So I went to study theology. To read the Bible. Basically, the spiritual world is wide open to me. I had experience for 3 months. I was so happy. I feel the fire. It just burning through me. Just I can feel it. I'm happy, and I sing songs. When I do experiment. At that time, I was still, study electrochemistry. So. Anyway, so I went to even into University of Illinois, financial Champaign. Did some postdoc work, and then I used the scanning tunneling experiment, basically to see atoms, to feel atoms, to see the patterns of atoms on silver 111 surface. And then something happened, amazing. Something happened, and then I knew the Lord called me, right, to serve Him, not to go my way, right, to get a Nobel Prize or whatever. But so I quit. I quit completely. I came back to Calgary, and then I went to New York, So, but then anyway, all the way, doing all kinds of things, carpenter, salesman, computer, right? So this server actually we're using. I'm not a computer science engineer, I knew nothing, I didn't get formal training. But just last night, I said, we gotta have this, this is so good. Richard Nelson told me about this, I said, okay, I'll try it myself. I thought my son, who is actually studying, he's the first year computer science student, UBC. And I have a program friend. He knows much better, right? I thought I could ask them to do it, right? But then the Lord lead me. Why I can do it? Because I know the Lord can do it through me, right? So anyway, I did it. So, and turned out it's so easy, I went a long path, and I said there's a better way. And I thought it was not working. I tested, using my own phone. It's not working. Then I test, with my son. Then suddenly I realized it's working. So this is actually a test, but we put it into use right away. So I'm glad that I can come back to, join this community, right? Through Richard Nelson, I learned more, I learned that a lot of people is doing the same thing, right? It's a collective work, everybody's moving to a better place. I'm sure we can create the better place because God is creating that better place through us, We are His creation, right? Through us, He's gonna do mighty things. So that's basically I'm on fire. As you can see, with whole night without any sleep, right? But I'm still happy. As I talk, even I become even happier. To share the joy. So I'm glad to see Barb and this old man. What's your name again? Sorry.
This one?
No, the one with long beard, like a Karl Marx, Marx, the steel man, the peaceful man.
Peaceful.
Are you referring to this person?
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
You're very peaceful.
Yeah, very peaceful. I don't even remember your name.
Oh, it's R.E. Hogan.
R.E.
It's also Richard Hogan.
Oh.
Yeah.
R.E.
There's another Richard.
Another Richard. Oh, you mentioned
Another
that.
Richard.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's actually 3 Richards. There's also Richard in Iceland.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I just invited Richard in Iceland to join us. We call him Ricky, actually. Ricky.
Okay.
But I don't know if he's going to join us. I'm not sure.
Well, then, if he joins us, we have 3 Richards.
Oh no, I guess he's not.
Okay.
Okay, he's not going to join. Okay, that's all right.
But anyway, I like to yeah, say something about the thing I'm doing. Before we, get into this PyraPOD thing, I was testing Mark McMurtry IAVS system. Basically, IAVS stands for Integrated um, Aquaculture System. Basically, it's a sand ponics. Basically use sand as a filter, as a grow medium, and so it's so simple. It just have one pump and one water pump, one air pump, and one timer. That's it. The timer control how often you draw water from the fish tank, because we need to clean the fish tank, right? So draw water from the fish tank, and then just use the sand to filter everything. So you clear, you turn, basically you clear the water, right? And then the fish waste, end up on the surface of the sand grow bed. And basically it's the whole thing, just three simple device. Then we can have a system that is fully automated, like timer control everything, and you water only 2 hour once every 2 hours, and only for 10 minutes. Very similar to Richard's system. For we operate, we use fan, right, to blow bubbles, right, but not for long. 5 minutes. Yesterday Richard said, he could, fill the entire cavity. I'm doing trying to do convert my existing greenhouse into double layer solar greenhouse, right? So even that 3 feet thick, that's very 3 feet is very thick, right? So maybe 2 minutes. But anyway, it's very similar. Basically it's very energy efficient. Yeah. So I need to just fill water once every month, and then it's just run by itself. So and it's perfect system to go with Richard solar roof system, because the sand adds thermal mass, right? Yeah. Because one time I built the rocket mass stove, rocket mass stove, right? What's it called?
Yeah, rocket stove. Yeah.
Yeah, rocket stove, using
Yeah.
sand, the concrete blocks, right, cinder blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And at one time, last winter actually, I started because it was very cold, minus. I heard the broadcast saying that the will become, the temperature probably will drop to minus 29.
Wow.
And I only have one layer, in my greenhouse. So I said, what should I do so that my fish won't die, right? My plant won't die. So I quickly, just use the sand block, cinder blocks to build a rocket mass stove. And then I start the fire, just to heat the inside. The stove is outside, and then you have to distinguish the fire, right? Because you cannot, because you don't want to start, a fire, in the backyard. And then the second day I went there, I want to try to lit up the fire again, and then you start the newspaper, right, into the stove, and suddenly the fire start by itself before I lit it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was still hot. It was probably
Yes,
so hot. Yeah,
it's
still
the
carried
thermal
over.
mass. Yeah, keep
Yeah.
the heat
Yeah.
inside, and also I got you know, the ash, right?
Yeah.
And it's just I didn't seal it, right? But when I put the newspaper there, it is still so hot enough to light up the newspaper. So I was shocked, you know. I was, ooh, wow, look at this.
Was that in Calgary?
No, in Kelowna.
In Kelowna, you had
Yeah.
it that cold. Is that
Oh
cold
yeah,
in Kelowna
yeah.
sometimes?
But
Oh wow.
turned out it's not minus 29. It's minus 25.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it didn't go that low, but anyway, just that was, you know. And that's something. I try other things, you know, but turn out it's, you know, once I see what, you know,
For
truly,
our American friends, you know, that's in Celsius. Right? So
Yeah.
that's really cold. That's
Oh,
way
good.
cold.
Oh.
Yeah, that's way
Got me
cold.
sweating.
That's minus Celsius 29.
yeah,
That's really
yeah,
cold.
Yeah, well, anyway, so basically, I when I, you know, these days I explore, you know, things, you know, dig deeper, right, into this solar roof technology with Richard Nelson. I see, you know, perfect match, right? I think as far as I'm concerned, I need to put this sand tonics inside because it adds to the thermal mass, right? You know, water is a good thermal mass, right? But also sand is also a good thermal mass. So yeah, and so the whole thing is so, so, and I also, before I did this, I did traditional aquaponic, you know, using the hydrotone, you know. I found there's some problem, you know, but with the sand tonics, that problem, you know, just disappeared, you know. Yeah, so I don't need the worms. I don't need to have worm inside. I just the sand, yeah, enough to filter out. And, my tank is so clear. It's just crystal clear. Yeah. So and for some reason there's some small fish. You know, I don't know. I just bought, you know, it's golden, you know, goldfish from the what's it called, Smart Pass, you know, right? And now I have many fish in that. You know, I didn't raise them. I didn't, you know, cultivate. They just grow themselves. You know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm glad. Yeah.
Well, I like that a lot. You know, it's like, well, we want, Chief, we want to do everything
Yes.
that is simple,
Yeah.
is transferable, it's
Yeah.
replicable,
Yeah.
and it's a DIY.
Yeah.
So we're going to create a network of people who are sharing their experience,
Yes.
right, learning from each other.
Yes.
And it is like a club or a membership
Yes.
organization, you know, club that we can join.
Right.
And that way we get the support that we need to implement these technologies, which are not actually that complicated, but we do, you know, everyone needs a support system, you know, needs
Yeah.
people around them.
Yeah.
So, and we look for people who will establish hubs,
Yes.
you know, and around them,
Yeah.
they establish a network.
That's right.
And then that network grows and there's more hubs.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
we need to transmit this know-how
That's right.
into the community.
Yeah.
So this is how we're doing this, and Richard and I, we hatched this idea back in 2012. We call it, you know, the POD Enterprise Network.
Yes.
And oh, I've got a low battery already. I don't know.
Okay.
But you know, so it is a way to have young people and anyone in your community, sir. And, you know, you have young people and they want to be farmers.
Yeah.
So they want to be entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So we have a highly profitable investment.
Yes.
When they build the AgriPod,
Yeah.
then they can have such a you know, large or quantitatively, you know, production yield.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we can usually we'd say the target would be 20 pounds per square foot per year
Yeah.
of food. We can grow all year round. So the investment we make, let's say in the Octa 3, which is one we're designing now, is about $25,000. Everything included with all the growing systems and other things you'll want to do, and fish tanks and farm. You might spend as much as 50,000, but your revenue can be 100,000 per
That's
year.
right. Yeah.
So it's an excellent investment. There's nothing better we could put our money into. Also, it's completely food. It's security, right? It's food security.
Yeah.
It's also the highest quality
That's right.
because there's all organic methods here.
That's right. Yeah.
There's no artificial fertilizer. There's no artificial light. I mean, you can use lamps if you want to extend the daylight period. Sure, of course, you can have a supplemental lighting.
In wintertime,
Yeah, wintertime. Especially in the north, like here, in Canada.
That's right.
So you can test it on a small scale, like the backyard scale.
Yeah.
That investment's probably about $15,000. To be equipped, and you'll have more than 15,000 of food value per year.
That's right.
All the time, right? Year after year after year. So you make one investment and it just operates. You don't have to buy fuel.
That's right.
You don't have to buy inputs.
Yeah.
We just do the right technological system, right? And of course there is a structural. Now we design the structure so that it is like hurricane proof, right?
Yes.
It has to be strong because we're going to have dangerous weather all the time.
Yes.
I mean, the first year I was up to Richard's place in Ohio.
Yeah.
It had 100-mile-per-hour windstorm, and I arrived, and it was 1 week we were out of power. So, when we talk of food security and local resilience, right, self-sufficiency. So we have to build these environment to be safe and to be secure. So the structure is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, in many ways, it looks like a tree.
Yes. Yeah.
And I always thought of it as like a living structure.
Yeah.
Because it reaches up for the sun.
Yeah.
It goes down and it has the water at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's all green, the light's coming in. So it's a living, system, and it's creating wealth and health.
Yeah.
In the community.
Yeah. We can call it inner garden. Inner garden. Yeah. Yeah.
So the more you build, the wealthier you will be.
Yes. Yes.
And we want this to propagate all around the world as fast as possible.
Yes.
Because everyone is dying from the food that we are getting. Our processed food is killing us.
Yeah.
And we just need this big, transformation.
Yes. Yeah. And the COVID-19 will speed up things, faster, right?
Yes. We could have the food system we have is based on grain.
Yeah.
And the grain is all GMO now. It's really not healthy to eat it. 90% in the world must be GMO.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's say this is a good introduction. I just had a low battery, but we all need to get to dinner, I think, too. I mean, I'm sure my wife is like, where are you, Richard? Dinner time.
Yeah. I can keep it open, because we're testing, right? Because I want to load the server to a point. I want to know when the server will crash, right? Because this is my first time to. Yes, yeah. So it doesn't matter if you want to stay. We just leave everything in there. Because it's computer, right? Normally we don't shut down the computer. So this is a Truman Show, actually. You know the Truman Show. Everybody's watching everyone, right?
Oh wait, so someone else come in.
Oh, Somebody else. Hello. Who is this?
Who joined?
Oh, hello.
Who
Hello.
is this? Fellow Potter.
Corin.
What?
Oh, this is Corin in Bermuda. Can you hear
Oh, Corin.
Oh,
Wow.
Corin.
Corin,
All right,
where's
all
your
right. Good to
camera?
see you.
Where's your camera? Open your camera. It takes a while.
I was testing this link. I didn't know there was an active meeting. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, the pod team.
Yes,
Our
the
pod
pod
team.
team. The pod meeting.
Hold on a second.
This is a Truman Show. Every minute, you know. It's running every minute.
Okay.
Nothing to be, nothing. We have nothing to hide. Truman Show. As long as you don't point your finger, you know, your camera, you know, to your bathroom. Wow. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I just tried to join from my phone, you know, and it says not available from mobile.
No. Right now, because we don't have an app.
Not right now.
Yeah. We
Okay.
only have the
Okay.
server version. So
Right.
app
right.
is
Okay.
it will be the next step. But,
Next step. Yeah. Okay.
We'll get.
All right.
to-
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna step out though.
Sure.
Okay. And
Sure.
but do continue.
Yeah.
Because my battery is dying and I'm gonna
Yeah,
turn off
freely
anyway
chat.
and
You know,
recharge.
no. This is
But,
no.
um,
Yeah.
But you know, if you're all here in an hour, I might come back in. And tell you.
Yeah, we just keep using it until it crash, until you know my you know the Linode. I'm using Linode, and until Linode said, "Oh boy, you're wasting, you're crashing the resource. You know, you're using too much of the resource. You know, shut me down."
Okay, so all I need to do is touch the hang up
That's
button
right.
and I'm gone.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye
Very
bye.
nice.
See you
Richard,
later.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Wow. We have more time. So
Well, I probably need to go. I haven't eaten myself
That's
either.
okay.
But,
Yeah.
at some point, but I am kind of curious if there's any thoughts about how to continue this conversation. I
mhm.
tend to be sort of a practical person, but I'm also really enjoying it and really I feel like a sponge. I'm just kind of absorbing everything that's being said and really looking forward to more exploration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I could, because this is just running on the server, right? We could just leave it open all the time. You know, as long as I don't need to shut down my computer. Right now, we only have 2 accounts. You see, everybody join without creating an account. You just enter your name, you know. That's it. No password, right? Yeah. So very simple. Later on, we'll probably, we'll do something else and maybe turn it into a Word or website or something. But that's far away. Yeah. But that's good. Let me Barb. Yeah, Richard, and then. Sorry, this couple I didn't catch. I need to write down your name. Sometimes I'm that kind of person. What's the man's name?
Chief man.
Chief man.
Mm-hmm.
Chief man.
Chief. Yep.
Oh, chief man. Not Truman. Okay, Chief Truman. Truman Show, right? Chief man. Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the lady?
Mikey, M-I-K-I-E.
Mikey. M-I-K-I.
E.
G.
E. Ernie.
Oh, Mikey. Okay. Mikey. Okay. Yeah. Chief man and Mikey. Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. I might have some Chinese friend coming.
We have another person on.
Yeah,
here.
got 2. Ooh, CC. Both are C. Why? What's going on here? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Corin. This is Corin.
Hi.
You know. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Lauren.
I can hear you. I
Hi.
cannot see you.
Yeah, my camera isn't able to connect to the
Okay, that's okay.
the
That's
system
okay.
for some reason,
That's
but
okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't need to see you. You can take a shower. You know, that's okay.
Yeah,
Right?
it's enough. I remember that. Yeah, I was just checking the link because I know you referred me to it earlier. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I said let me just see what this thing
I
is.
don't know what to expect either because I was
Yeah.
testing it. I'm testing, still testing. You know.
Right. So
I
this
spent
is
a
in
whole
Zoom.
night to install this, you know, and then
Interesting.
it's working right away.
So,
Okay.
Corin, where are you? My name is Barbara. Where are you?
I'm in Bermuda.
Wow.
The middle of the Atlantic, deep blue sea.
Bermuda Triangle.
The Bermuda Triangle. That's me. Yeah. Yeah. So Bermuda has a very delicate food chain where we have to import all of our food. And so I've been very interested in this idea from the first time I heard about it several years ago.
Yeah. So you're pretty warm, right? Pretty hot there, right?
Yeah, we're subtropical. Yeah,
Okay,
we're
tropical,
surrounded
yeah.
by the Gulf Stream, sort of ocean currents.
Yeah. And you
We're on
have
the same
sea all around
latitude.
you, right? You have
Yeah,
sea.
we're on the same latitude as like North Carolina. We should technically be getting snow
Right.
in winter, but because of the Gulf Stream, we have a subtropical climate here.
Okay.
A small island, 20 square miles
Mm-hmm.
in mass, 60,000 people. Only about several hundred acres of arable land.
Mm-hmm.
So any sort of way we can fortify our agricultural system, we're obliged to look at it. So yeah, that's Bermuda. We're here looking at how we can get our food chain stabilized.
Yes. Yeah.
And a small device is actually more convenient for us because we have limited
So,
space.
Corin, in the winter time, how low the temperature will drop? You know, what's
We
the
get a freezing 60 degrees. Terrible.
60 degrees Fahrenheit. 60 degree
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit is what?
Oh,
See, this is the problem. I'm not. I need to
yes, in terms of Celsius, maybe like 14 degrees, 13 degrees.
minus 14.
No, plus 14. You
Oh,
crazy?
oh boy! Wow,
It's terrible.
That's perfect. I mean,
No, it's cold. We're
What?
used to like 21.
60. I need to.
Yeah, we're spoiled. We're spoiled for our climate,
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a fairly, subtropical climate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a very unique place. We're also one of the more affluent islands in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
We suffer with a poverty rate of, I think it's $55,000. That's our poverty level
Hmm.
per person. So if anything, we struggle with the burden of too much affluence. And we're struggling now to sort of sustain our lifestyle. But we have the ability to invest and to afford, these new technologies like vertical farming. And hopefully this system will be at the forefront of our new approach to food security. That's the idea.
Yeah. What's the you get a lot of sunshine, right, over there?
Yeah, we got a lot of sunshine. Yeah.
Because you have sea all around you, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
have
don't get-
all mountains around us, but you have
Right.
basically sea all around you. It's perfect location for solar, solar stuff, right?
Yeah, our issues would be, insecticides, fertilizer, the soil degradation, the lack of arable land.
Yes.
We have a focus on sort of suburban landscaping. So, like a picket fence culture. And, introducing now these sort of new architectural features like indoor or vertical indoor grow facilities.
Yeah.
It's new territory for us.
I suddenly
And the
have
good
an
thing-
idea, Corin. Could you build the spark on top of a kind of a boat? Kind of a basically because you don't have much land, right? Is it possible to build things on the platform or on a boat shape? Basically floating. It's a floating arc, a spark.
The biggest issue that we would face here. We have a very restrictive planning code.
Yeah.
And we have a huge anxiety about being in Hurricane Alley. And another issue we face here is the introduction of captive fisheries. So if we do aquaponics here, they don't want whatever fish we're cultivating to break into the external food chain.
Oh, I see.
As a non-indigenous species, and so it's got in terms of anything novel. The smaller we can do it, the less invasive or disruptive to the planning code, the easier it is. Anything that's too exotic could get caught up in a whole lot of regulation.
You get storms often, do you?
More and more frequently now. Hurricanes are hitting once a year, where they used to be once every 10 years.
So this floating arc is not probably practical, right?
Not. It all depends, really.
Yeah.
It's how aggressively are we looking to?
Basically, just a quicker way to expand your land, right? Basically, it's just it's
I think
floating on the close to the shore, right? Floating on the surface. Then that way.
Yeah, I think
you got thermal mass underneath, right? Then while you collect the solar energy. Right?
Yeah, the challenge would be that would be for I guess shrimping, or some kind of commercial fishery, right?
Yeah.
That would be the idea.
Yeah.
And
But you don't have to grow fish.
Well, I mean, we could always we have an insatiable appetite for fish.
Okay.
And so the idea of a captive fishery has always been sort of out there, but the actual administration of it is problematic because you don't want the captive fishery to pollute the
natural
indigenous species, the natural species. So it's not that it can't be done; it just takes a certain amount of overriding political will to push the envelope like that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, just a wild idea.
Yeah. But I didn't mean to get too involved in the call tonight. Although I appreciate meeting everybody.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a Truman Show. It's everybody can leave and come anytime they want. It's free.
All right. Next time I'll try and I'll be on my better computer that I can maybe get my camera activated.
Yeah, sure.
At least the platform does work. That's very interesting.
Yes,
integrated into
right
the
away.
website.
Out of a non-professional, I'm not a.
Right.
I didn't know about this.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Aubrey. It's been great meeting you, and we look forward to working with everybody in the PyraPOD team.
Thank you for testing.
Yeah, thanks very much. Good to meet everybody. Thanks.
Yeah, so far.
Nice to meet you, Corin.
Right. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So far.
Well, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to be leaving here on the meeting soon.
No problem.
Traveling early in the morning and meetings through Sunday coming up.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'm very happy to meet you all and see others again.
Yes.
And let's continue and make sure that we have Richard available as well as all interested folks in this project.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
So, really appreciate getting acquainted a bit and some of the concerns. And thank you, Barbara, for being a bit of a spark helping this happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Thank you.
So
Excited. It's a little bit of a dream come true.
Yes.
Aubrey, I'm feeling like you. It's like I'm floating right now.
Yeah.
How many degrees Celsius is that?
I don't know. I always felt like I should memorize that formula, but not yet. One of these days.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
all be well, folks, and
Yeah.
see you soon.
Okay. See
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, Ari.
We won't
Bye-bye.
change this address, so jump on, jump off anytime. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
That's
very
the deal.
much.
So basically, it sounds like two PyraPOD net to meet. Come to PyraPOD net to meet. That helps people to remember, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then you fill up that there's a dot, right? There's two dots, then one slash. Yeah. Well, anyway, spread the fire around. I'm because I need to test to a point the servers crash. That's the goal, right? Then I know probably I need to upgrade the server. Yeah. But anyway, it's very good system. So far. I mean, later on we might
amazing.
have someone from China join us. Yeah. So, but hopefully they speak English. So we have to have something built into the platform. If someone speaks English, then the screen automatically machine translate into English.
Oh yeah.
The other way around. I think that can be done. Then we can communicate freely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's great to see everybody.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Aubrey.
Yeah. As I said, it's just jump on, jump off anytime.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Yes. Yeah. Truman Show.
Tonight, jump
Truman
on.
Show. This is our Truman Show.
Okay, I'm down.
2-person or whatever, right?
And did you say, Aubrey, that we can share this link with other people? Because you want to find out when it crashes? Is that what you were saying?
I think I want to test. I want to really put this on the test. Yeah. Normally I would wait, but I changed my mind. I think we should test it because we have computer engineer, right? I'm not computer engineer, and once we can control everything. If too many people come, right? There's a way we may implement a certain way to stop them. For example, pay per join, right? You pay $1 a session or $5 a month, something like that. You know what I mean? And that, I think, I tend to think money is the good test for our faith. If you have the faith, you are willing to be the widow, just give out all you have. It's 5 coins, right? And that's enough. That's precious, right? I think we make it affordable, and that way we all share, right? It's a platform. We need to raise some money to just support the platform, and also support the ongoing of the project. Yeah. So that's something we like to do fast, and we like to do in a way that we kick out those tire kickers. How do you say that? Tire kickers?
Say it again.
I mean, those ones just want to peek in and see what is going on, and then they.
Oh yeah, tire kickers.
Yeah, tire kickers. Because this system is so powerful, you can start your own, your own URL, your own meeting place, your own, meeting room.
Oh.
So right now I close that. I just disable that. Only two people, Richard and me, we have the the right to do that. So otherwise, people can turn it into other things, right? They do all kinds of things, right? So you don't need to create an account, you don't need a password, right? You just enter a word, and that's the room address, right? Then then your name. That's it. Two things. Your room. Could be a number, could be a word, and then your name. That's it. So then everybody can use it. So it's so powerful. Yeah, and it's open source. So
Oh,
yeah.
I hear
So
you.
yeah, right now I disable that so that we can only Richard and I have the right to create a room. We have two rooms right now. We have this to meet, right? This is the place for everybody to meet. This is a community platform, chat room. We also have a private classroom. It's also open, right? It's called slash class, because I basically in the beginning I just want to you know want Richard Nelson to teach me. I'm the student, he's the teacher, right? We want to create a platform for ourselves, and then suddenly we realize it's so powerful. Everybody can use it, right? And we can make it in a way that everybody can use it for the better, right? For the better cause, right? So slash class, the basically we're gonna just he and me teaching. He teach me to basically we use the AutoCAD drawing board, all kinds of things, right? Basically he's gonna help me to convert the existing greenhouse into a solar greenhouse, right? So that's for kind of that purpose. But everybody can watch. So that one would be called the Truman Show, right? So you don't have the microphone, you don't have the camera, right? But you can listen and watch, right? You come and see, right? So it's the Truman Show. This is the Truman Show. How's that, right? And everybody is the Truman. Everybody is real, right? we don't, the religious thing. You wear a mask, right? Hey, I'm a Christian. I'm a Buddhist, right? Some kind of but we want to be real, right? Because everything is wide open in God's sight, right? So how do you like the idea? The Truman Show, the Truman Show.
You like it.
So the Truman Show, that's to meet. The Truman Show, I don't know. It's just class. Well, I don't know. We should come up with a better name, maybe easy. Yeah, yeah. Or two men, just two men, two men. Well, we'll find out, right? We can change, right? We can pick and use whatever, yeah. And then yeah. Sorry.
I find it interesting that this is how you are after not sleeping for all night and all day.
Oh yeah, because once you're on fire, it's carried to a certain state, right? Yeah, this is my sleep. This is my sleeping pill. But I will rest for sure for my body. Yeah. But I'm excited because I spent literally starting from 10 o'clock last I'm talking about local time until until now. I didn't stop. I just had eat something. So, but then that's it. Yeah, this is
Amazing.
worth it. It worth it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Worth it. Yeah. Anyway, so glad you can join, and not others, not the. I know it's the community. Basically, the Lord is going to use this as a tool to connect everyone together in a cheaper way, in a faster way. Just a simple way, right? Until to a point, it's right in our memory, right? We don't need to remember, right? And password, username, right? Yeah.
15,000 numbers.
Yeah. This is simple. Yeah. By the way, I study numbers for a long time. Yeah. You can call me a number man. Numerology, basically study numbers in the Bible. So we had a breakthrough in the year 2011. 2011. Yeah, on Christmas Day, we finished 6 books. Yeah. So I can give you a copy if you want. We have we wrote in Chinese and translated 3 into English. I can give you, if you just give me your email, I can send you, the book. It's so amazing. I mean, when you look at the numbers and their roots, we're talking about roots, right? Root represent the base, the foundation, right? The cornerstone, the stone attached to the cornerstone. It's the foundation, right? We found, we have 9 natural numbers, right? From 1 to 9. If you include the number 0, and then you will have 10 basic numbers. All other numbers, right, are composed, using these basic numbers. So we have 10. Those 10 numbers represent 10 fingers, 10 commandments. So yeah, that's amazing. I mean, then we found a total of 9 numerical roots. If you include the 0, we have found total of 10 numerical roots. Each one, coupling with a natural number. So basically, we have the number, and then the root of number as the foundation, right? For example, number 153, right? Yeah. So I'm sure everybody familiar with 153 fish, right? Do you recall that's John chapter 21, verse 11, right? Peter, Peter Fishman, right? Yeah, and he couldn't. They are being tested, right? Nothing to eat, right? And then Peter said, "I'll go fish," right? And then everybody said, "Oh, we'll go with you," right? Yeah, because the Lord testing them, right? Because probably cause someone, don't give them food, let them, have a fast, right? So then Peter said, "Let's go fishing," And then for the whole night, he didn't catch anything, right? Then he saw someone standing on the shore, right? And I asked them, "Have you caught anything?" And right, no. And then that man said, "Cast the net to the right hand side of the boat." For the whole night, right? The left and right, the front and the back. They tried everything as a fisherman, right? Everything they can try, and they didn't caught anything. And then this man said, "Cast the net to the right hand side of the boat," and they did. And the Bible tells us they caught how many fish?
153.
Why 153? Why not 150? Why? right? You see,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all tied up. Lord is the creator. He knows all numbers, right? Everything. He knows everything. So anyway, 153. I just give you a quick. This is I can talk this for hours, right? But anyway, I just tell you the simple thing, and just cut it right to the root. If you split the number into its 3-digit, 1, 5, and 3, and you multiply each number by itself. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, right? That's simple. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5, because, that's basically to the power of 3, right? We got what? 125, right? And then we do the same for the number 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And you add them up together. You get what? I won't tell you. This is a testing of your math.
It is really. Huh. Well, I really want to get the book, Aubrey. And you have all of our emails in the email that we're circulating about this coming together. So
Okay, sure.
You have man
it.
and mine. Yeah. So I'd like to get it.
Yeah. So basically,
the English version, not the Chinese version, though.
anyone? Okay. Yeah. Mikey, you got it? What's that? Oh no, I didn't tell the whole story. You split them apart and then you multiply itself by 3 times and you add them together. You combine them together. It's kind of a splitting, and then multiplication, and then adding, things together. It's like a, spirit, soul, and body totally separated. It's death. It means death, right? But resurrection means what? Coming back, right? So you add them together. So 125, you add 27, right? That's 152. Then plus 1, it's 153. What's that? That's the number we start with. Right? It comes back by itself to itself. It's resurrection. So,
but why multiply it by itself?
Because we tend to think when God changes, God don't use us, right? No, He used all of you. He just grab you, change you, and then for a better person. Nothing added, nothing taken away. It's a process. Basically, He's going to change our spirit, our soul, and body. Even our body, because He's the eternity is the ultimate goal for the humankind, right? Yeah, all creations long for that day, that we could live forever, with the Lord, with each other, with all creation. So, eternal life is not, it's not, I was an atheist, right? I totally reject this. There's no God, just ourselves, right? Yeah. We are the highest, right? We are gods, right? So I was like that, I was total, very, very proud, very, very stubborn also, very stubborn, yeah. Won't listen to anyone. I was like that kind of. I was Peter. Peter means stone, right? Rock, right? Little rock. I never, granite, like, yeah. So, but anyway, so the 153. Then they caught the fish, right? Then that man said, come to eat, right? Then they found that the food is there already, right? There's bread and there's fish, cooked fish, ready to eat. Smell very good, right? Tasteful. And then that man said to Peter, "Go, get some fish from your own pile." And then Peter went, right? And suddenly the Bible says the fish is so large, its number is 153.
That's awesome.
And I just add something else. 153. It has many properties. A lot of people actually study this number, right? Because it's a very important number in the Bible, right? Another thing tied up to is this. Basically, if we have an apple, okay, if we have an apple, we, for example, if I have 3 apples, we can form a triangle, right? You put the 3 apples on the table, right? And you make them touch each other. We have a triangle, right? Did you get it? But if we have 153 apples, what kind of pattern we can form? The closest pattern is also a triangle. But on each side, we have 153. No, we have 17 apples. So you can think that actually the 17, another number comes in, 17. And what is 17? 17 is the 17th day, right? Because the Lord resurrected on the 3rd day, because he died on 14th, right? Did you get it? On 14th, because that's Jewish. What's
Jewish star.
What's that day called?
Was he talking about the Jewish star?
No, I'm talking about has something to do with the Old Testament, right? Old Testament when they leave what? Passover, yeah. The Passover. They leave Egypt, right? They left on the 14th, right? No, they have to prepare a lamb, right? And they test the lamb for 4 days, right? And then on the day, on the day they leave Egypt, they need to slain the lamb, right? And they sprinkle the blood on the on the top and the side of their door, right? Remember that right?
Oh, yeah.
And we Chinese, every year we write characters on a long piece of paper, red paper, has to be red. And then every year my dad said, that's called couplet, right? Basically he said, and then post them on the door, 1 on the top, 2 on the side. I never understand, why that, why red, why on the door, until I read that passage, yeah. And then I suddenly realized, oh boy, this is yeah. But anyway, so the Passover is on the 14th. We know that, right? So 3 days after, that's 17. So you see, that number represents also resurrection, because the rose from the dead on the 17th. So we have this triangle, right? You see, triangle. Yeah. I call it biblical pyramid because with this triangle you can build a pyramid. All sides are triangle, and each side contain 153 apples. But what's the total number? So we have to think of, like one apple here, then 3 apple on the second layer, right? We have 4 apples, right? And you keep doing this, then on the third layer we have 6 apples. So that's a total of what? Of 10, right? You keep building this pyramid. This is different from the Egyptian pyramid. This is, Bible pyramid, or the Trinity pyramid, whatever you call it. You keep doing it until to the 17th level. And then you add your apples all together. You get 969. What's that number? What's that number? Where do we find that number in the Old Testament?
969.
Yeah, 969.
It's been a long time for me since I've really read the Bible, but 969.
You see, using numbers, it connects everything
69
together.
is the number of the beast? I don't know.
No. Has something to do with life. What's the word?
What?
How many years people live?
Longevity.
Yeah, longevity.
Oh, longevity.
That's the longest year a man has ever lived. Lived according to the Bible. Right? And his name is start with M.
I was going to say Moses.
No. Moses. He's not famous. He's only famous for his year, for his age.
Methuselah.
Yeah, Methuselah. Strange name.
Ah.
His name has double meaning. Yeah. Basically, it has something to do with the flood. Yeah. Has something to do with the But anyway, so you see, 1753, 969. They're just part of the one thing. Eternal life. Yeah. So the biblical pyramid talking about eternal life, and the Egyptian pyramid talk about life on earth. Because once the heavenly life coming down, then it has to have, it has to adapt to this, earthly, direction, right? 4 corners, right? 4 sides, right? Yeah. But anyway, so this is very, basically connect everything together, right? I bet you probably have never read your Bible that way, right? Using numbers as the as the glue. Yeah, but anyway, it's so so.
Barb, you're on mute.
Huh?
I was saying that I definitely need to go, but
Sure, go ahead.
It's been a wonderful conversation and sharing, and I'd love to get the book. I may need the Cliff Notes, but, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But
sure.
I definitely, I'm intrigued. I feel like I'm using brain cells that I haven't used before, or something, from this
So
whole
get prepared. Everything will tied up together. Everything will be connected together. We're the piece, stone here, stone there, but one day we will all be put together, and we form the kingdom. we form the, heaven on earth. Yeah. So the people is important, not technology. Technology are the tools, right? Even money can be a tool, right?
Yeah.
But we are His people. We are the people, that God will gonna raise up and connect, share each other. Quickly we learn, right? I can quickly learn from you, right, Barb? Everything that is yours can be mine, right? Everything mine can be yours when we share.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, wonderful.
Okay, well, I'm going to go. Thank you
Sure.
so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm going to be testing. I'm going to come back onto this platform in the middle of my night just to see who's there.
Yeah, Truman Show.
I
Truman
have to
Show.
wake up like 4 o'clock or something. I'm going to test it.
Yeah. If you cannot get onto it, that means we are probably doing some modification or the server
Okay.
crashed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I think we don't need to do too much, modification. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've done enough. Yeah. See, we got a logo there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, bye, Mikey.
Bye.
It was great to see you.
Yeah.
This was such fun, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
This is really awesome. And it's
Okay.
a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Thank
Where's
you
my?
so much.
I'm sorry I didn't get to see my dog. Where's my dog? I hear her.
Did
Yeah.
you hear her?
I heard her. Sadie.
Yeah.
She is beautiful. Sadie, over
Oh
here.
boy.
She just took off running. Looking for you.
Come to the camera.
Sadie.
Woo-hoo.
Hello.
Come here.
Good
Come
girl.
here. Show your face.
Other way.
Show your face. See, we have the living beast.
That's absolutely
Every
funny.
time I spoke,
Yes. Yeah.
computer
Well,
Wow.
bye, nephew. Bye, Vinny.
Bye bye.
Bye, Aubrey.
Bye bye.
We love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love
too.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now the two-man show. You are the chief.
Too funny.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I think that what you've created here is just absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
and you are right. It is about the people,
Yes.
and I think that's something that's been lost on
Oh.
the governments of the world, right? The
Yeah.
dominant societies,
Yeah.
dominant people.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is that, for me and the struggles that we face here,
Hey, your sound is so clear, crystal clear. Why is that?
yeah, because I think that there was somebody on that had noise in the
Oh.
background.
Okay, I see. Wow, this is so.
I think it
clear.
was just like it wasn't feedback; it was just extra noise.
I see.
Because if you have people have the ability to mute and unmute themselves, then whoever's speaking will
That's
have
right.
it'll be
Yeah, that'll be
clear.
better. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, so this platform is perfect. I mean, better, right? The best for two men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for two, right? I like one to one, chatting. Yeah, because you can share a lot. Both sides can freely share, right? No
Yeah.
interruption. You don't care about anything else. Just slowly
Right.
flow your thought. Pour out your thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important, to be
Yes.
able to be human.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know.
Yeah, coming down.
Yeah.
From
Well, I mean that's
mid-air. Yeah.
that's the opposite of what the dominant societies around the world,
Yeah.
dominant people,
Yeah.
that's like the kings and the queens and the
Yeah.
peasants, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We just want to
And-
ascend. We want
Uh-huh.
to descend. We want to dig dig into the ground.
Yeah, right. You
Yeah,
know, and
become the root
without
of the
without
tree,
those
right?
peasants,
Yeah,
there would be no kings or queens, right?
that's right. Yeah. So this is we talk about this kind of an inverted pyramid
Yeah,
with the
absolutely.
top,
Hmm.
deepest, yeah, buried
Well,
in
that's
the ground.
how, like in our culture,
Yeah,
how how I am as a leader is to be an inverted pyramid because I believe that any human, no matter who they are,
yeah,
no matter who they are the leader of,
yeah,
whether it's elected or chosen by themselves,
yeah.
to be a good leader, you have to be an inverted pyramid where you're holding everybody and everything up above yourself.
That's right. Yeah,
And
yeah,
the society that's been built for us all
yeah.
is not that way.
No, no. Yeah,
You know,
yeah. They just want to be on the top of the world. Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
And one day, they'll realize how lonely it is there.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, and it's and dangerous. In that position, right? Yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah. The lower you and for us, we can go high, we can go low, right? That's
Right.
the amazing part, right? We can ascend, we can descend.
Correct.
The angel of the Lord, ascend and descend.
Uh huh.
We can be the top leader, but we can be the lowest, dust, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, we can. Yes, and then until you realize that, then okay, we are simply the tools, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, we're simply
Absolutely.
the living stone, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like dollars, right?
yes,
So
yeah,
the at a certain point in the history of this world as we know it, there dollars became something that um, those same dominant people
yeah,
um, used.
yeah.
Like there's no sense of community anymore.
No, no, yeah,
You know, the world has become ran by people who are like dictators, right?
yes, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the thought that gets projected is their thought. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
communal thought. It's
That's
not
right.
a
Yeah.
it's not an open platform. And
No, no.
they can say, here in the United States, it's
Yeah.
when you read the Declaration of Independence, it
Yeah.
reads, we the people.
Yeah.
But when they wrote that, they weren't talking about you and me.
Yeah. No.
You know,
Yeah.
we think that they were talking about you and me.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's when we rise up,
That's
right? Like
right. Yeah.
we're seeing now.
Yeah.
And then they tell us, oh yeah, well, when we weren't talking about you, the people, we
Mm-hmm.
were talking about us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's a shame. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah.
They so for like for us being native people,
Yeah.
indigenous people,
Yeah.
we hold on to our culture, right?
Yes.
Because that's our fire.
That's right. Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
we only have to go into their world to take the things in which we need to bring them back to our communities.
Yeah.
So our communities can prosper and grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's our mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Food sovereignty is a really big thing. I mean,
Yes.
the Cheyenne River Sioux,
Yeah.
they're federally recognized, and the federal government tells them, well, you can't be farmers, you can only be ranchers.
Mm.
And the reason why they tell them that, right, is because the land out there is so toxic
Mm.
from the abuses of the federal government and
Yeah.
allowing non-indigenous people to mine on that property,
Yeah.
millions of acres.
Yeah.
And so something like this,
Yeah.
this project here,
Yeah.
how could they say that you couldn't do that if you had something like this that was there? So,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I see it as a way of uplifting people, giving them back their hope, their pride,
Yes.
their capacity, their food
Yes.
sovereignty,
Yes.
um, a way for them to thrive again. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so I mean, that's kind of where we come from, right?
That's right.
That's our thoughts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
same as our ancestors were.
Mm-hmm.
Try to find the balance in everything.
Yeah.
You know, do we need to be millionaires? No, because tomorrow a dollar can be worth absolutely zero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Or
And
and to a point, you even you have the money. There's
uh-huh.
nothing, no good food you can buy, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Or people can rob you, right? Those
Right.
people, yeah, because
Right.
you are rich, right? Who
Uh-huh.
do they rob, right? The rich
Right.
people, right? It's
Yep.
worth the effort, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a 50-50
Break
shot
the
at it,
bank,
right?
yeah, break the bank. Yeah, wow.
You know, but that's really, for me, wealth is in the human and in the human spirit.
That's right.
You know, the things that Michaeline and I do for our people and for those who lend their help to us,
Mm-hmm.
um, is that they recognize how we are, and we live our lives with our thoughts that come from our heart, not from our mind,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
And so they recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
They recognize things inside of us that we don't recognize.
That's right. Yeah.
So to be able to create something, to give people hope,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
to allow them to, at least think that their lives matter,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they do. Every single life matters.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
and
you know,
and to give them
we
that there's a way, there's a better way, right? It's the way of
right.
life, yeah, also
Hmm.
need to be changed,
Yeah.
yeah. And
I mean, so what happened to our community back in the '60s?
yeah.
Um, my core area of the Turtle Clan lives inside of a federal Superfund site.
Mm-hmm.
They've never made any effort to try to relocate our people.
Okay.
Um, they've never made any efforts at trying to give them health care
Mm.
or,
Yeah.
remove. They still pay taxes on their houses that have no value.
Mm.
There's racism. There's
Yeah.
all of these things that,
Yeah.
really, these people should be held accountable. The state of New Jersey, the
Yeah.
Ford, the town of Ringwood, the EPA. They're all violating our basic human rights. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and they just get away with it. And so, that's why Michaeline and I created this farm.
Mm-hmm.
We created it with nothing.
Yeah.